We trust strangers with our lives every single day. We get into their cars, give them our addresses, tell them where we're going. But what happens when that stranger knows more about you than they should? This is my story. December 2023, Los Angeles. One Uber ride that I'll never forget. I'm Midnight Doctor, and what happened that night will make you think twice before you request that ride. Let's begin. I was at my friend's birthday party in West Hollywood. It was late, around 1:30 a.m., and I was exhausted. I'd been there since 9 p.m., and I just wanted to get home. My apartment was in Silver Lake, about 20 minutes away. I pulled out my phone and requested an Uber. Driver name, Marcus. Black Honda Civic. 4.9 stars. 2,847 trips. ETA, for minutes. The Honda pulled up right on time. I checked the license plate. It matched. I got in the back seat. You must be... The driver paused, looking at his phone. Jason, that's me, I said, buckling my seatbelt. Marcus looked to be in his 40s. Clean cut, friendly smile. Nothing unusual. We pulled away from the curb. For the first 3 minutes, everything was normal. Marcus made small talk, asked about my night. I gave short answers. I was tired and honestly just wanted to get home and pass out. Then, as we merged onto the 101 freeway, Marcus said something that made my stomach drop. So, you work at Brightline Media, right? I froze. I hadn't mentioned where I worked. I'd barely told him my name. Yeah, I said slowly. How did you? I saw it on your LinkedIn, Marcus said casually. You have a really impressive profile. Marketing coordinator, right? Looks like you're doing well for yourself. My hands went cold. I'd only given him my first name through the Uber app. That's it. How the hell did he find my LinkedIn? You didn't have to look me up, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. Marcus glanced at me in the rearview mirror. That friendly smile was still there, but now it felt wrong. Oh, I always do my research, he said, especially for passengers like you. I like to know who I'm driving. I felt my stomach turn. I checked my phone. We were still en route to my apartment, but something felt very, very wrong. Then Marcus said something that made my blood run cold. You're building on Sunset Boulevard, the one with the blue on it. Do you like living there? I noticed you just moved in a few months ago. I hadn't told him my exact address yet. The Uber app only shows drivers the general area until you get close. But Marcus knew my building, knew I'd recently moved. Ow, how do you know that? My voice was shaking now. Marcus smiled wider in the mirror. I told you, I do my research. I like to know who I'm driving, where they live, where they work, what they do on weekends. He paused. Let that sit for a second. You go to that coffee shop on Hyperion every Saturday morning, right? The one with the outdoor seating. You always sit at the same table, always order the same thing. My entire body went numb. He'd been watching me, tracking my routine, learning my schedule. I looked at the door handle. We were going 65 miles per hour on the freeway. I couldn't jump out. I opened my phone with shaking hands and texted my roommate, call 911. Uber driver stalking me. Black Civic plate 7XYZ234. Share my location now. When I looked up, Marcus was watching me in the rearview mirror. He'd seen me texting. Marcus took an exit. It wasn't my exit. This isn't the right way, I said, trying to sound calm, but my voice came out as barely a whisper. I know a shortcut, Marcus said, but his voice had changed. Colder now. The friendly act was completely gone. We were on a dark residential street now. No traffic, no pedestrians, just empty sidewalks and parked cars. My phone buzzed. My roommate, cops on the way. Where are you? Then Marcus did something that made my heart stop. He pulled over, put the car in park, turned around to face me. You know, he said quietly, I've driven you 4 times in the past 3 months. You probably don't remember, but I remember you. Every single time. My hand shot to the door handle. I yanked it. Locked. Unlock the door, I said. My voice was stronger now. Angry. Unlock the door right now. Marcus just stared at me. His expression blank. Calculating. For 3 long seconds. 3 seconds it felt like hours. He didn't move. Then, in the distance, I heard it. Sirens. Red and blue lights appeared at the end of the street, getting closer. Marcus's expression changed. He looked in his rearview mirror, then back at me. He hit the unlock button. I threw the door open and ran. I sprinted toward those police lights, screaming, waving my arms like my life depended on it. Because it probably did. 2 LAPD officers jumped out of their car. One ran to me. The other went toward the Honda. But Marcus was already driving away. Slowly at first, then faster. The officers had his plate number, his Uber account, everything. I gave him my statement right there on that dark street. Still shaking, barely able to speak. When police searched Marcus's information, they found something that made my skin crawl. I wasn't the first. 7 other passengers, 6 women and 1 man, had reported similar incidents with the same driver over the past year. Uncomfortable comments, knowledge of their personal lives, wrong turns to isolated areas. But Marcus had been smart. He'd cancel the rides in the app afterward, deleting the trip history, so Uber never connected the complaints. He'd been hunting, choosing victims, learning their patterns. Police arrested Marcus 3 days later at his apartment in Van Nuys. When they searched his place, they found something that still haunts me. A wall, covered with photos. Photos of passengers getting into his car, getting out his car, walking to their apartments, sitting at coffee shops. My photo was there. Multiple photos. Dated. Time-stamped. With handwritten notes about my schedule. My routines. The places I went. He'd been watching me for months. Planning something. Police still don't know exactly what. But based on what they found, it wasn't going to be good. Marcus is currently awaiting trial on multiple charges, including stalking, harassment, and identity theft. Turns out the Uber account he was using, stolen identity. His real name isn't even Marcus. I deleted Uber that night. Haven't used a rideshare service since. I check over my shoulder everywhere I go now. Look for faces I've seen before. Watch for cars that follow too long. One ride, one stranger, one decision to text for help that saved my life. This is Midnight Doctor. If this story made you check your rideshare settings, hit that subscribe button. More true cases are coming every week. Always verify your driver. Always share your trip. Always trust your gut. And remember, that stranger driving you home might know more about you than you think. Stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next case.